Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. General Hospital, GH. Spoilers note: fans should expect the unexpected. Right now, Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner, is struggling in a wheelchair thanks to the shooter incident at the Metro Court Pool this past summer. He's desperate to walk again, and it looks like some hope will be on the horizon. But at what expense? Spoilers for the week of December 4th reveal that Portia Robinson, Brooke Care, will have major news for her hubby. Turns out she'll have found an experimental procedure that could help Curtis. It looks like she'll conduct some research, and she will truly believe this could be of value to him. It seems that whatever this procedure entails, there's a good chance he can regain the use of his legs again. It may take some convincing on her part, so after much talk and encouragement, he'll agree. Knowing how soaps work, there are bound to be obstacles once Curtis gives his stamp of approval. Could the clinical trial already be full? Perhaps the wait list is years in advance. Portia may end up pumping Curtis's hopes up to get his okay, only to learn he'll have to wait a long while before he can be seen. Fans have learned that Cyrus Renault, Jeff Kober, seems to have connections all over. Could the criminal be the key to having Curtis's name appear on the top of this clinical trials list? With Austin Gatlin Holt, Roger Howarth, dead, Renault needs a new GH doctor to help him out with medical emergencies. Portia's an incredible doctor who desperately needs help, so Cyrus may present her with an offer. Help me out when I need it, and Curtis gets this experimental procedure right away. Just like he held medical school over Austin's head, he'll hold this over Portia's. While aligning with Cyrus would go against everything she believes in, Portia would bite the bullet for Curtis's sake. She not only wants him back to his normal self so he can move on with his life, but also for the health of their marriage and family. Will Portia strike a deal with Cyrus? Comment below. Watch your favorite ABC soap daily to see what happens next, and visit CTS regularly for the best General Hospital news, updates, and spoilers. In a twist that could change everything for the Ashford family, General Hospital is gearing up for a powerful storyline that will test the bonds of love, loyalty, and ethics. Curtis Ashford, who's been struggling to adjust to life in a wheelchair after the tragic shooting at the Metro Court, gets a shocking offer that could change his fate forever. But the price for his miracle may be more than his wife Portia Robinson is willing to pay. Unless she turns to the last person she ever wanted to ask for help, Cyrus Renault. Curtis has been doing his best to maintain a brave face, but behind closed doors, the pain and frustration have taken their toll. Once a vibrant and athletic man, Curtis now struggles with the reality of his new limitations. His friends and family, especially Portia and Trina, have rallied around him, but even their support can't fill the void he feels. However, everything changes when a renowned experimental neurosurgeon visits Port Charles. This doctor is known for pushing the boundaries of spinal surgery and boasts a controversial record of success stories, cases many thought were hopeless. Naturally, Curtis becomes a candidate for the procedure, and he dares to hope again. But there's a catch. The surgery is still in its early trial phase. It's not yet cleared for widespread use in the US, and more crucially, it's astronomically expensive. Curtis is reluctant to burden his loved ones with that kind of financial pressure. He's also not sure if he's ready to take a risk that could lead to further complications or worse. Portia is thrilled at the possibility of a surgery that could restore Curtis's mobility, but when she starts digging deeper, she realizes just how difficult it will be to get her husband into the clinical trial. The cost is only one hurdle. The waiting list is massive. The criteria for selection are strict, and connections are everything. For Portia, failure is not an option. She can't bear to watch Curtis give up on himself. She's already watched him spiral emotionally. He's pushed friends away, turned down offers to help at the Savoy, and at times questioned his own self-worth. As a doctor and a wife, Portia feels helpless, and that's a feeling she refuses to sit with. Then, from the unlikeliest of places, a door opens, but it's one that could lead to even darker consequences. Cyrus Renault is back in town, and though he's been keeping a lower profile than in years past, make no mistake, his reach is long, and his influence still stretches into the corners of Port Charles that many prefer to ignore. Whether behind bars or in the shadows, Cyrus always finds a way to manipulate the game. When he gets wind of Curtis's medical dilemma, possibly through an overheard conversation or a mole at the hospital, Cyrus does what he does best. He presents himself as a savior. He offers to fund the surgery. All of it. No strings attached, at least that's what he says. Portia is immediately suspicious. She knows there's no such thing as a free lunch, especially when Cyrus Renault is the one footing the bill. But Cyrus insists he's turned over a new leaf. He claims he wants to help Curtis out of gratitude. After all, Curtis has shown Cyrus compassion before, when no one else did. Curtis, predictably, refuses the offer outright. He doesn't trust Cyrus, and he doesn't want to owe that man a single thing. But Portia sees the bigger picture. If there's even a chance this surgery could give Curtis back his life, how can she turn it down? How can she look at her husband and say, "I'm sorry, but we're out of options," when one is staring her right in the face? Portia doesn't want to involve Curtis in her decision. She knows he'll resist it. So she does something desperate. She goes to Cyrus alone. She demands to know what he wants in exchange. Cyrus, ever the puppet master, smiles and gives her a cryptic answer. "Just your friendship, Dr. Robinson. That, and your influence at GH." It becomes clear that Cyrus wants more than to be seen as a reformed man. He wants power. He's been slowly trying to worm his way back into the hospital board. He wants legitimacy, and Portia could be his ticket in. If she vouches for him, if she subtly pushes to have him reinstated on certain committees, or if she supports his charitable donations to GH, then he'll make the surgery happen. Portia is horrified. This is exactly the kind of manipulation she warned people about when Cyrus was first released. But her heart breaks every time she sees Curtis stare longingly at the steps of the Savoy or wince in pain when trying to transfer to his chair. What if this is the only way? She tells Cyrus she'll consider it, but she's not making promises. Still, just asking the question feels like a betrayal. What Portia doesn't realize is that Jordan is watching her closely. Jordan Ashford has been keeping tabs on Cyrus ever since he slithered back into the scene. When she sees Portia and Cyrus meeting in secret, she starts to dig. It doesn't take long before she puts the pieces together. Jordan confronts Portia, and the two women clash in a heated argument. Portia defends her actions, insisting she's doing it for Curtis. But Jordan, who still has lingering feelings for her ex, accuses Portia of playing with fire and risking not only her marriage but Curtis's safety. Meanwhile, Curtis begins to sense that something's off. Portia is distracted. She's avoiding direct conversations about the surgery. When he finally presses her, she breaks down and tells him everything. Curtis is furious, not just at Portia for going behind his back, but at the idea that his healing could be tied to someone like Cyrus. He refuses to accept the surgery if it comes from blood money. But Trina steps in. She tells her stepfather that this is his chance to fight for his life again. "You always taught me to fight," she says tearfully. "Don't stop now." As Curtis grapples with his decision, Cyrus ups the pressure. He tells Portia that his offer has an expiration date. If they want the surgery funded, they need to act fast. And if Portia can't deliver, he'll find someone else in the hospital to make deals with. People far more willing to get their hands dirty. In a final twist, Stella intervenes. She's the only one who seems to have any sway over Curtis's moral compass. She urges him to think beyond pride. What if this surgery gives you the chance to walk your daughter down the aisle someday? She says, what if it gives you back the freedom you deserve? Curtis agrees, on one condition. Cyrus will fund the surgery through an anonymous donation. No direct ties. No favors. No influence. If Cyrus really wants redemption, this is his moment to prove it. Cyrus, ever the showman, agrees, but not without a knowing smile. We'll see, Curtis. We'll see.